Hello, little Miss Deltonell. So you didn't notice there wasn't a new book this past Tuesday. Jeepa was sick, and when he wasn't sick, he was trying to run a meeting and just keep things running at the office. And let's just say it was a long week. Then Auntie M's and Nana G and I helped decorate a tree for the Chiroptimus, and that was its own thing. And so I'm just going to read two books. Going to do them as separate ones. The first one is really cool. This is Mac the Pup. I've met Mac. It's by Christine Lee Amadio. And what is nice about this, or really cool about this, is Christine is Nana G's like long-term, long time, can't say old time, but long time school chum and good friends. And so she did this book on Mac, and Mac is his own thing. So now this says, Mac the Pup is lovingly dedicated to my children, Victoria and Maxwell, and to the students of Monument Elementary School, and that's where Christine works. So this is a bit of a longer book, but I thought you'd enjoy it. On a warm fall day, 9 English cream golden retriever puppies were born in a little red barn. Each one had different color ribbon around its neck, allowing the owner to distinguish between them. One of the pups, a little boy, was noticeably bigger than the rest. He wore a brown ribbon and was feisty, energetic little guy. When the brown-colored pup was 8 weeks old, it was time for him to find his forever home. A couple arrived to look at the puppies. The brown ribbon pup understood that they were what they were and that they were there to adopt a puppy and take it home. These are going to be my people, he told them. His favorite sister, the pink-colored pup. Well, let me read this and try to see it at the same time. For it was time for all the pups to be put in their pen. The husband and wife watched as each puppy ran inside. Once the pups were settled, they approached, eager to see if they could find their forever companion. And the brown-colored pup noticed them walking up and quickly ran to greet them, and the lady's eyes lit up. This is the second time he's come to me. I think he's the one, she exclaimed. The husband, however, voiced his concern. He's going to be a big dog. Look at the size of his paws. They're huge. They decided that the brown-colored pup would be their dog. Before taking him home, they had him weighed. To the couple's surprise, the fluffy white pup weighed 20 pounds. I told you he's going to be a big dog, the man remarked. He's just a big puppy. His growth will slow down, the lady reassured him. Now, the owners of the brown-colored pup were happy that he was going to a family who would love him forever. Playfully, one of the owners asked, "Are you sure you don't want to? The little pink-colored pup is going to be a sweetheart when she grows up. I think will be more than enough. One will be more than enough for us. I have a feeling she'll find an amazing forever home," the dad replied. Little did he know just how much the brown-colored pup would change their lives. And with tears in his eyes, the brown-colored pup gave the pink-colored pup a big lick on top of her head, and she did the same to him. "I'll see you again one day," said the pink-colored pup. "Don't cry. I'll always be your sister." And for some reason, the brown-colored pup believed he would see his sister again, though he wondered when that would be. Now, the owner of the pups gently scooped up the pink-colored pup while the mom cradled the brown-colored pup. And the mom and dad and the brown-colored pup got in their silver SUV, which was now the brown-colored pup's car, too. He sat on his mom's lap, feeling uncertain about the new experience, and the brown-colored pup wasn't sure if he liked being in the SUV. As they drove away, the previous owner stood waving goodbye. The brown-colored pup noticed his sister's face, and it looked like she was crying. As the SUV hit a bump, the brown-colored pup was jostled into the mom's lap. Startled, he panicked and tried to burrow into the mom's coat. "Hey, little guy, it's all right. We'll be home soon," the mom reassured him, gently petting the top of his head. The parents made a stop at the store to buy a bed, puppy food, and dishes for his meals, and some toys. And there's his toys, see? On the way home, they decided to name the pup McIntyre, Mac for short. "He's the size of a Mack truck," the dad said with a smile. What's a Mack truck, the pup thought. My name is McIntyre, Mac for short, Mac thought to himself. I am the size of a Mack truck, but what's a Mack truck? Pondered the tired little pup as he closed his eyes and fell asleep on his mom's lap. And Mac loved his new house. It was big with slippery floors that were fun to slide around on. He could tell other pups lived there. They hadn't met them yet. You'll meet Jack and Gary soon, the mom said. They'll love you. And Willie the cat. He'll be thrilled to have a puppy around. I think Mom's being a little optimistic on the cat. Just my thought. Now, when they arrived at Mac's new home, the mom took Mac outside and he immediately went potty. He ran around the big yard, stopped at everything so often and sniffed the grass, and rolled on his back for a belly rub. And the three sets of eyes looking at him through the back door. Now, do you see Jack, Gary, and Willie? Said Mom. You'll meet them soon. They'll love having a puppy. And Mac lay down in the grass because he was tired, and Dad picked him up and took him inside. He had a few bites of food and a drink of water and then snuggled to his bed and fell asleep. And he woke up the next morning. He was excitedly ready for the day. He had his breakfast, went outside to do his business, and ran around the yard. And he went back into the house and explored every room. Plenty of room for a puppy, he thought to himself as he walked from room to room with a smile on his face. Mac loved his new house. It was big, and the floors were slippery and fun to slide around on. And Mac was a curious puppy. He liked to check out things and everything that was in the house, shoes, socks, napkins, and everything. But his favorite thing to do was to chew a soft dog toys and tear them apart. Right there. Holly did that as well. Nothing made him happier than to see a room full of fluffy white toy filling. He would run through the fluffy white stuff, roll on his back, and sit and smile because he was so proud of what he had done. See, Mac. One day, the puppy's parents came home from work and let him out of his crate. And Mom brought him a big, soft lamb. Why would you buy him another soft toy? He's just going to destroy it, the pup's dad said. No, this one's too big for him to destroy. I want to give him one more chance, said the pup's mom. And the pup's parents left him on the living room while they went into the kitchen to make dinner. Little did they know it would be a mistake. Mac went over to the big soft lamb and sniffed it. Well, this is nice, Mac said to himself as he rolled around on it. I'm not going to tear this apart, he said to himself. I'm just going to snuggle it and squish it and love it forever. There's Mac doing that with the lamb. Hey, what's this? Mac said to himself as he looked down at a tiny piece of material that wasn't sewn tight to the lamb. I'm just going to see what it feels like in my mouth. That's soft, he thought. I wonder what would happen if I had it in my mouth and shook my head back and forth. Oh, I see a little piece of fluff. He thought, and the fluff looked so soft and inviting that he shook his head again, and the big hole was ripped into the side of the lamb. And once more, with a big shake, the lamb popped open, and there was fluff everywhere. Mac was so happy, around the room, sliding through the fluff. He'd stop and roll on his back. He'd wiggle through the fluff. He'd made a big pile of fluff. He'd jump out of the couch into the big pile, and was getting ready to do it again when he heard his mom's voice. Mac, what have you done? Mac stopped and looked at her, smiled, and rolled on his back. The dad came in. He wasn't happy either. I told you he'd tear it apart. Tear it up, said the pup's dad. Mac, no more soft toys, said the pup's mom. She picked him up and put him in his crate while she picked up the mess. Mac started to cry. Please let me out and don't throw my fluff away, he said with his puppy thoughts. And Mac was sad when he went to bed. The fluff was gone and so was the lamb. What would he play with tomorrow? Would he ever have fun, run funny through the fluff again? And he woke up the next morning and he could hear his people making coffee, talking about the day ahead. He's going to love it. He heard his mom say, love what? Mac thought. Mac ran into the kitchen and his people greeted him with hugs and kisses. And the dad said, come on, Mac, let's go outside. And so Mac ran to the back door and looked outside at all the leaves that had fallen in the yard. He flew through the door and saw something that reminded him of his fluff, a giant pile of leaves. The leaves reminded him of his fluff. Mac ran and jumped into the leaves, smiling and barking in happiness. And his people stood watching him, and they were smiling too. And there is a picture of Mac the pup. And he is a big dog. He is a very, very big dog. He makes Pepper look tiny. Don't know. So that's the book by Christine Lee Amadio. Pretty cool. Very cool. So that's that book. Hope that helps. I'll read another one here in a second, post it as well. And I'll post Mac the pup, and the other one will be for next Tuesday, okay? All right, so it's time. We got next, right? high five, low five, twist and twirls, loves to you, the bigs down there, and anybody else who's taken a chance to watch this. You can get Christine Lee Amadio's book, Mac the Pup, on Amazon, and your local bookstore can order it as well. Mac the Pup. Very cool. Congratulations, Christine, on the publication. That's also very awesome. And take care. Have a great time. Lots of love. Bye.